This channel is proudly sponsored by Gates of Krystalia, a card-driven isekai-style tabletop RPG. Your character has died, perhaps Truck-kun has bumped into your character, and now you are reincarnated in a new world as a fantasy hero. Choose from a wide selection of races and classes, wield powerful weapons, cast astonishing spells. You will find a link to the late pledge Kickstarter in the description and in the pinned comment. This channel is also proudly sponsored by the Tree Studios, the publishers and developers of Dames of Asstoria, a tabletop RPG where you play as monster girls, experiencing high adventure in a world that doesn't fully accept them. They have recently released the Whispers of Copperridge adventure module. You will find the link in the description and in the pinned comment. This channel is also proudly partnered with the What the Funk shop. Please check out their store for all sorts of products. They have dice, miniatures, Game Master screens, home decorations, and many other things. You will find the link in the description and in the pinned comment as well. And make sure that you use my code for a special discount. Hi, this is my review of Sunflower. This is an expansion for the Chorogaiden tabletop RPG. If you haven't seen the other parts, or rather the entire review of my Chorogaiden series, please check out the playlist in the description below. It is probably the best tabletop RPG when it comes to representing Japanese horror. Now let's talk about the quality of the Sunflower PDF. The quality is great, but my major criticism is that you have no bookmarks and no hyperlinks. You do have some bookmarks on the right, but they have no names. No way to differentiate the sections, the chapters, the titles. It's just numbers, all numbers, so it's useless like that. But everything else is great. The graphic design has that retro aesthetic to it, similar to visual novels or video games, horror video games from the past, specifically Japanese horror video games. Everything is well written, organized, and explained. So overall the quality is good. But bookmarks and hyperlinks are definitely needed. Now let's talk about the contents. This expansion contains new investigations, other gods, investigator catalog, and LARP rules. When it comes to investigations, these are scenarios. I am going to be avoiding spoilers because in this review there are going to be material of interest for the players as well. The names of the investigations are Valley of Dead Sunflowers, The Boy with Sunflower Eyes, The Familiar Hallway, The Oldest Show on Earth, The Cage of Midnight. And I must say that some of these investigations are very creepy. That is, I read through them and I felt as if I was reading one of those classic horror manga. So even if you're not going to run these investigations, and I suggest that you do, just read through them and you will enjoy them tremendously. Now when it comes to the other gods, these are powers that could replace the presence of the ice in the standard game. They are gods of many things, such as the god of psychopaths, the god of puppets, so they serve as perfect antagonists or the center of an entire mystery. Now when it comes to the investigator catalog, these are of course pre-generated characters or templates. Let me read through some of them. You have the Happy Balloonist. The Happy Balloonist's past is best left untold. A note that probably has something to do with their apparent glee for entertaining children by forming balloon shapes out of skin and viscera, if there is any on hand, that is. So very disturbing. Then we have the Cockroach, which is cursed by something or someone, an object tying them to this world and refusing to let them go. Because of this, their skin seems to rot and peel, refusing to give them the release of death in a world of pain. We also have the Inchuru, a person of pure muscle. They train their body to fight the occult. Magical learnings and other nerdy stuff never interested them. If it bleeds, they can punch it to make it bleed more. We also have the Skin Knitter. They are not sure when they discovered their powers, but they realized pretty soon that they can detach their body parts with minimal pain and blood, remaining in control of the parts. Though sewing them back on is the tedious part. We also have the Wisp Weaver. They quickly discovered they could see the lost souls of animals, made of pure flame. The souls, just happy to have something to play with again, are happy to help the Weaver when needed. And then we have the LARP rules. These work pretty similar to the standard system in Chorogaiden, but here your tools are several pieces of chalk, several pieces of charcoal, an outfit for the player's character, a notepad per player or weaver, a pencil per player or weaver, and a play space, certainly. So this is all about live action, but when it comes to the tests, these pieces work as resources. The chalk represents physical tests, that is your stamina and whatnot. And the charcoal represents your mental tests. This represents the strain put upon your mind. So depending on how you take on the different situations, you will take a piece of chalk or charcoal and trace a symbol on something physical on a surface. And then you crumble what remains of the piece after erasing this symbol. So it's all about resource management. You are pretty much tracing the divination symbol just like in the other game, but here you spin the pencil, and depending on the result, you may actually retry by spending another piece of chalk or charcoal depending on the test or the check. And that's how things proceed. So it's very easy to understand. And this concludes this review. What do I think about the Sunflower expansion? I think it is not for everyone, but it is an excellent option. Because what is included here are scenarios or investigations. If you prefer to create your own investigations, then apart from reading the investigations for entertainment purposes, there is no reason to get this if you don't want those scenarios, but they are really good, I am telling you. When it comes to the other gods, if you are comfortable with the ways that the eyes are handled in the standard game, perhaps you may also not need these other gods, but they are also great, very colorful and disturbing. When it comes to the investigator catalog, I think this is one of the strongest reasons to get this expansion, because the characters presented here are significantly more unnerving than the ones found in the core book. And when it comes to the LARPing rules, not everyone is into LARPing, so if you're into LARP, definitely get it. If not, well, it's just a consideration, right? So overall, I would recommend it to those that find the contents useful, but if someone is just taking a look at, oh, maybe I will use it, maybe not, then it's just a nice option. Thank you for watching this review. Don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, consider joining as a member and participating in channel-related activities. You can also use the super thanks button. You can also check out the information in the description and in the pinned comment. This has been your host, Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. And remember, in tabletop RPGs, you are not having a conversation about your characters, you are experiencing the game world as your characters. Once again, thank you and see you later.